Okay guys, 5 millionth times the charm. I have tried to record this video so many times, my damn camera memory keeps running out on me. But everyone's running around making springtime, April, garden, terrarium, balcony videos, and I have to join in on the fun. I'm going to show you all my plants, their little progress, and I'm going to try to keep it short and snappy. This is my no ID Miltoniopsis. I called her Pink Tantrum, but I changed the name to Crybaby because she makes a face like she's screaming and crying. But I love her. She smells amazing. There's no ID for her. I've looked and really just about nothing. I even asked the nursery and they just had a trade name for her, so I have no idea. Nothing too exciting with her, so let's move on. We've got no ID Miltoniopsis Rosie Batman, named Rosie for the fragrance, Batman for the bat-shaped mask on the lip, which my boyfriend pointed out to me. Nothing there. We've got Encyclia cochleata, who you just met the other day, just came in the mail. I repotted her, and she's just gonna have to recover and settle into her pot before anything new happens, but she did have some new growths somewhere. I'm not gonna find them right now. I don't want to bother this plant. All right, next we have a non-orchid. This is my Christmas cactus. I was very naughty and I stole the 2 leaves from the store, and let me see if I can put my phone in airplane mode before this thing happens. Okay, good, it's on airplane mode. No one's gonna call me and interrupt. Yes, but I stole these 2 leaves and I stuck them in the cup and I said, oh, I'm so bad. Now I'm being rewarded for my bad behavior because it's putting on it some new growth. So this one has been for about a week growing, and it's that big, and this one just started a couple days ago and it was about 1 millimeter tall, and now it's like 3 millimeters tall, which is fabulous growth. I put this in Super Thrive, and I don't know if these wild new roots are due to the Super Thrive or just because it's warming up and getting sunnier and so the growth season is starting, but either way that's pretty cool. Let's move on to Pinguicula. Okay, everyone has been telling me get a butterwort. This is a butterwort, aka Pinguicula. It's a carnivorous plant that eats, guess what? Fungus gnats. So it has all these little ugly bugs around the edge, but you know what? They're not flying in my face anymore like this. Miss Orchid Girl showed these to me first in her YouTube videos. I mean, not me personally, but to all of us. And then people on Orchid Board were talking about them. I saw them by other orchid growers and I said, okay, fine. I saw one at the store, I had to pick it up, and maybe it's making a difference. I don't know. But it is eating the bugs, which is cool. I am trying to propagate it in this little terrarium-like setup. They like high humidity, and it seems like you just pop them in some dirt and they'll grow. I know it's a little more complicated than that, but you guys get what I mean. So hopefully we'll have little baby plants from this. If not, whatevs. It's no big loss to me from 6 leaves. Okay, next we have our Psychopsis orchids. I'm talking myself out of breath. These are from Evelyn's Orchids on eBay. She listed these as mature divisions, but they should have been listed as rescues. I think in subsequent posts she listed a few more of them as rescues than she did before. She sent me this one with no roots, but I was like, dude, this is horrible. She refunded my money immediately and sent me a new plant with roots and 2 dormant flower spikes. So thanks, Evelyn. You're good at customer service. Okay, so this guy has been sitting in sphagnum moss. He's had several soaks in Super Thrive and algae, kelp, whatever the hell magical witchcraft stuff you guys like to use and suggest to me. But she's got 1, 2, and 3 new roots. Can you see that little green spot right there? I think that's a root, but maybe if I'm very lucky it's a new growth, but I doubt it. I think it's just a root. So we'll set her down and let her recover. And then this one has had some roots already, but is growing a few more if we peek down in here. Feels like I'm looking at someone's wiener. I'm going to cover that up. All right, next shelf. We have no ID Twinkle Like Oncidium. I think this is a Rosy Sunset, I don't know, but she's making some new growths. Nothing too exciting, just growing and being wrinkly. We have my 2 Nellie Eiler orchids. I mean, I'm sorry, baby, you're perfect and beautiful. Don't keep growing, keep growing. I can't insult my plants, they'll stop growing for me. Anyway, I've got my 2 Nellie Eilers here. This is my first one named Darmok, my second one named Jalad. This one I got and it was kind of in a bad shape. The roots died, everything went bad, I had a potting disaster and so on. So we've got accordion leaves growing here. No! This bulb stopped maturing because it kind of got separated from the mother plant and put out this little growth a few months ago. This growth came out a few weeks ago and look how much bigger and more vigorous it is. I repotted her in a better potting media and hopefully her roots will recover because she wasn't in great shape. I repotted Jalad and Jalad has put out 1, 2, 3 new growths for me. It might be a nice show next season when she blooms, but we'll see what happens. Next I have my Odontonia Paphiopedilum. This plant was sent to me by Larry's Orchids, who just changed their name to Aussie Botanical or something like that. Look at these wrinkled leaves. You know what this means? It means not only did she not get enough moisture, but actually all her roots were dead. That's why I have her staked up to butter knives for really good pot stability. I have her nice and tight in here. She has no good roots except a couple coming out of the pseudobulb, so it's just going to take a few months and she'll start recovering. This growth will mature, put out new growths, the plant will be fine. But it really annoys me that supposedly a good seller would send me something that is wrapped around a piece of foam like this big with bark just around it. Ugh. Anyway, down to my Phalaenopsis corner. What's up, baby Phalaenopsis? Actually, this is my biggest Phalaenopsis. She has a burned leaf and she had a really horrible twisted leaf that I just cut off because I couldn't stand it anymore. But she is growing some new roots. They're all around. They're just a little hard to see and I don't want to dig them, but there's one there. There's some on the other side. And then we have a mystery growth here. What is it? It could be a flower spike. It's probably a root, as everything tends to go, but I'm just going to pretend that maybe it's a flower spike. Maybe it's a flower spike. Be a flower spike. Yeah. Let's look. I have my Dracula Lotax not doing anything. I just have her growing in the clay pot, and then it has wet moss all the way around. This bottom's a little wet because I just watered her, but it should be okay. Yeah, so hopefully this will grow. It likes to be pretty damp and it likes cool conditions, and I hope that the Phalaenopsis shelf with my window slightly cracked is going to provide that. Okay, next we have my rescue Phals. Ooh, so this was given to me from basically a hoarder house. This is a mini Phalaenopsis, so I named her Frodo, and it's got a new leaf that just came out, and you turn and turn and turn and there's roots like everywhere you turn, and this root has been growing and growing since last year and doing this wild circle around the whole bottom of the thing and like attaching to the rock I have to weigh down the plant. So this plant's doing good, just not putting out any roots from the base, but whatevs. If you're gonna grow long roots, grow long roots, baby, I don't care. Next we have this guy. This is a Harlequin Phal, no ID, that I got I got it in November 2013 or early 2014. It's my second orchid ever, and I really put it through some abuse, but now it's got this new root that just came out. It's got these roots. Actually, these lengths from here to here, this grew after I used Super Thrive. So like it took 2 weeks and then suddenly, bam, all this growth came, and that's even more than I would normally expect from a Phalaenopsis growing roots in the growing season. But she won't give me any new leaves. Give me a new leaf, baby. I don't know why I'm calling my plants baby right now, but it's okay. Next I've got my Paphiopedilum hybrid. It's a green one, and she's been having this lovely new growth here. There's been a leaf coming up from the middle, but look what we have here. A new shoot. This just popped up like a day or two ago, and I have been squealing about it. I'm so excited. Maybe if it blooms at the same time, I will get 2 flowers blooming at once, but This signals to me that she likes the way I'm treating her, and you can see her roots are doing pretty healthy in here. So yes, that's very exciting. And I'm just gonna pop her back down here, and you keep growing for me. Keep growing. Yeah. All right, let's wander over to my other place. I just cleaned my room so you can look at it. Oh, look at that floor. Oh. All right, so quickly, some quick orders of business. I remounted my Brassavola nodosa cross grandiflora. I don't think this is actually that cross because the leaves on that one seem to be a lot wider, and these look so much more like chives, so I really don't know what I have. But look what I got. A present. Can you see right there? There's a little new growth popping right out from this mesh. It's perfect. It's so perfect. The middle of this ball is all bark, and just the outside is sphagnum moss. I'm trying that out and seeing what happens, but she seems happy. She's putting out a new growth, so I think it's okay. Here we've got some hypoestus that I'm going to grow and propagate for a terrarium. Here we've got the back bulb. Damn it, there's a fly in here. We've got the back bulb from my Encyclia cochleata that broke off, and I'm just sitting her on moss and in a sunny but not too bright spot. And we'll see if I get any new growths from this. We've got my fully opened Paphiopedilum cross Nivea. She hasn't grown very much, but these leaves are so shimmery and cool. That damn fly. Go away. Oh, it's huge. What's in there? What is it? I don't know. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh dear Lord, I think it's a wasp. I don't know. I'm gonna waste all my memory looking at this bug. Oh Jesus, it's a wasp in my room. Oh Jesus, it's a wasp in my room. Okay, so we're just gonna pretend that's not here. That's how I'm gonna handle the situation. Let's go back to my orchids. Please don't sting me or bite me or lay eggs in my brain. We've got my other Paphiopedilum hybrid. It has sorry guys, a deformed leaf, and I took some sandwich ties and I hooked it around the edge and I pulled the leaf up and open, and it kind of changed the shape of it. This fucking wasp, why? Anyway, she's doing well, and she's got, her new growths have been getting bigger and bigger. So this one, especially on the left, has grown a lot lately. All right, we've got my no ID yellow mini Phalaenopsis in full bloom. She is beautiful. I am loving this. She's doing just great. Nothing to say about her. Okay, then I have this gal. All right, so what's going on here? Well, I keep a little piece of wet sphagnum right over the top, and look, she put out 2 new growths for me. And again, this was shortly after treating with Super Thrive, so I'm thinking these plant stimulating hormones have something to them, don't you? I don't know, it is the growth season, so we'll see. But I just like to lay that on top just so it gets a tiny bit of extra humidity. Next we have my Dendrobium kingianum. She's doing great. She puts out new growths. She's vigorous, as they are supposed to be. But look at this. I have a flower spike that just popped up. All the other ones have been done for like 2 or 3 weeks. Where did that wasp go? Oh my god. Anyway, all the other ones have been done for like almost a month, and then this thing pops up. And I'm like, okay, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. We've got my Miltoniopsis doing beautifully. I repotted her. Her roots look great. My Dendrobium spectabile, spectabilis, however you want to say it, has just this one new growth. I destroyed all the other ones like an idiot, so there's that. Just being an orchid, nothing new there. And whew, oh yeah, my Oncidium Heaven Scent Redolence doing great too. Nothing to say. Finally, I have this new Dendrobium nobile, and this one does not have a fragrance that offends me. And look what she does have. She has a little tiny keiki. If one of you guys wants, maybe in a few months when it's mature, if you live in the US, I can mail this to you, or we can do a little keiki swap or something like that. But this one has just these beautiful shimmery flowers. Damn that wasp, why did you come in my room? And this nice dark center, and the lip is really quite fuzzy. Do you see that? It's very fuzzy, and I'm so distracted by that wasp. All right, so those are my plants. Those are all my orchids. I didn't take 3,000 hours doing that, so yay! This one just smells sweet with like a hint of some medicine underneath, but it's not too bad. I don't mind this Dendrobium. She's nice. Okay, so now you've seen all my plants for spring. I will have a record of my plants for spring, and there's an orchid show coming this weekend, so I'm gonna have a haul video coming up, and I'm really freaking stoked about it. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for tolerating my weird wasp fear, and I'll see you later. Bye.